So the blower fan on my Suburban furnace is getting replaced. A few steps before you can do the furnace, you gotta get to it. RV furnace are usually in your cabinets or in your woodwork. And then in my case, I also gonna have to remove my oven. Don't forget to turn off your propane, and you might want to bleed it off to these ductings just twist and come off. Don't try to mess with the screws, just twist and pop them off. Pretty easy. And don't forget to remove your gas line. Be hard to reach, but there's a couple brackets on the bottom of the furnace that usually hold it down. It's just best to use a square drive, less chance of stripping them. The outdoor exhaust vent, you're gonna have to remove the screws and pop the silicone from the wall. And then it's a little snug, but you grab it and you can pull from the bottom. And then remove the plastic sleeve as well. And that should free up the furnace from the inside. So go inside and we'll go ahead and pull it out. Don't forget, you're gonna have to unplug the wiring. So maybe take a picture of it, get a good note of what's connected to what. Sometimes you get spoiled with connectors. Not too complicated. These connectors are really easy. You can even just do them with one hand. Little Waco connectors. Anything you can move to make it that much easier to get the furnace out. So moving wires out of the way if need be. You can always put them back when you're done. Obviously, new openings and a cat's curiosity, they're gonna figure out that, hey, I can see a new spot. So if you have animals, get ready for them to be checking out the new openings in your counters. Anyways, the furnace is comes apart pretty easy. Start with this this cover here. Just two screws. Screws are along the side of it, and we'll remove those, and then this whole thing will slide off. When it comes off, you take your time. It'll come up a little bit on each side at a time. There we go. So the board is the first thing we'll actually remove. Gotta take the board off in order to get to everything. And the board should just pop out. Slide rivet, you just gotta pop it up. Just gotta be careful with it, you don't want it to break. It just slides out. So if all you were doing was a control board, up to this point, you could change the control board and reverse everything back together. Pretty straightforward, easy job. But we're going a little further. We're gonna be doing the blower fan. If you had to do a cell on switch, that is this right here. You see there's a little arm that goes in, and I verified mine works. It does work. Important when you're ordering parts for these Suburban furnaces that you check your serial number. I'll post a picture of the correct blower fan for this one, but I'll have to cut the zip ties that have the positive motor lead attached to the harness. And then take note of where the negative lead, it wraps around, comes and it connects over here down on this connector. And this whole upper shell has to come off, so all of this needs to come off too. And then to get the shell off, it's literally just these two screws on either side, and then these clips all the way around. Get it to unclip, and it will slide off. Careful not to break it. It can be a little fragile. How the modern plastic is. And once you have it popped off, the blower fan's just sitting there. Nothing actually holding it in. You just gotta get these fans blades off. swap over the motor to the other one. It's not too bad. There's a set screw. You'll have to make a little hole. You squeeze through the hole, you can get it out. It's the same on both sides. Squeeze through the blades. Like I said, it just pulls up and out. It's not too hard to do. It's fairly easy. And then pretty much reverse everything to get it back together. So side-by-side comparison, they look like the same blower fan. I know that the older model was a slightly different size and wouldn't fit into the blower housing. So far so good. Looks like we have the right motor. So to get to that set screw, like I said, you have to go through the fins. Just be easy so you don't mess up your fins, because kind of flex on them a little bit. And I guess if you had the proper size, you could go through with a skinnier piece, but so I did it last time. It doesn't really hurt it. I didn't have the right size Allen, but a T10 fits in there just snugly just fine and pulled it right out. So either the correct Allen or a T10, get it done. When you're tightening down your fan blades, tighten them down actually in the housing so that way they won't rub. And also watch out for this tip. Make sure you come around it. Same thing on this side. Just this one you can go all the way on and won't rub, but I kind of just centered it and favored it towards the left a little more. That's all. Everything's all good. That hole's there from the factory. It flexes a little bit. Should be good. Start getting it back together. So make sure your wires come through the hole in the top part of the housing. Kind of just take your time and start slowly pushing her together. Again, it's plastic. You don't want to break it or force anything. And it should just clip together. And make sure it spins freely. You don't hear any sounds or any scraping. So it's just 2 screws that hold this housing down. And then don't forget to replace the zip ties you cut off. And run all your wires. Get them to the correct pins. The black ground comes to here. Cell on switch. Pretty much have everything ready. Once you have it back together, you can throw the cover on and reverse your steps and you're done. You got a working heater. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together and I'll be back with a test real quick. We'll see if this heater works. Should be nice and toasty. So once you get everything back together, it's wired up, zip tied, secure, you got your board on, you put your cover back on. Like this, just like how it came off. Bite you a little bit, just take it. You just put your screws back in. Just going into sheet metal, doesn't have to be super tight, just keep it secure. Make sure you put your cover with the mounts facing the right way on the bottom side. And that's it. Easy enough. Got to reinstall it and reconnect the lines. And we'll work a heater again. Awesome. Before you go and try to lock this down on the inside, make sure you get these pipes on first. Otherwise, you'll have to undo the work you just did. So, put the plastic one on first, and then the metal one next. And then, once you have them on, just kind of snug them up. And if you go back and forth from inside, pushing it up until it's all nice and tight. But don't even bother putting screws in until pretty much everything inside's together. All right, almost there. So we got the propane line hooked up. Got all the ducting hooked up. My wiring's hooked up and hung, so it's not touching it. Gonna put the oven back in real quick. So that way I don't have a gas leak when I turn on the furnace. And we will give it a test real fast. So it's blowing hot air. It seems to be working.